Chapter 9, Personal and Lifestyle Services. Question answers from Class 9.
Question 1.
You read about several situations in the chapter. In your opinion, which actions, not words, showed a strong service orientation in these examples? Which of these actions would you like to practice while providing a service? Answer. Strong service orientation was demonstrated when volunteers assessed people's needs, created separate service counters, issued tokens, guided visitors, and provided special assistance to elderly, injured, and Divyang persons. Students arranged gloves, masks, labeled bins, drinking water, and first aid materials before the cleanliness drive. They also cleaned and stored the tools afterwards and reviewed their work. While providing a service, I would like to identify users' needs beforehand, serve people fairly through an organized queue, maintain cleanliness and safety, assist those with special needs, and collect feedback. These actions make a service respectful, user centered, and dependable. Question 2. Imagine two service spaces, one clean, organized, and welcoming, the other messy or confusing. In your view, how does the environment change the feelings and behavior of persons using the service? Explain using an example from your school or neighborhood. Answer. A clean, organized, and welcoming service space makes users feel comfortable, respected, and confident. Clear signs and orderly cues help them remain calm and follow instructions. In contrast, a messy or confusing space creates anxiety, irritation, and mistrust. People may crowd the counter, repeatedly ask questions, or argue about their turn. For example, during book distribution in school, labeled counters, queue markings, and an information desk help students collect books smoothly. If books are scattered, counters are unmarked, and no one provides guidance, students become confused and the process is delayed. Thus, the physical and social environment directly influences user behavior. Question 3. In your opinion, what adds value to service in a shop? For example, the range of materials, the physical arrangements, decor, interaction, labeling of shelves, etc. Which actions, for example, clear instructions and polite communication, make the biggest difference in user experience? Answer. A shop adds value by providing varied and good quality products, clearly labeled shelves, displayed prices, clean surroundings, proper lighting, ventilation, comfortable movement, and convenient payment methods. Attractive decor may make the shop pleasant, while organized shelves save customers time. The actions that make the greatest difference are listening carefully, providing correct information, communicating politely, weighing and billing accurately, maintaining a fair queue, and resolving problems promptly. Special assistance for elderly or Divyang customers also improves the experience. Decor can increase comfort, but it cannot replace honest, respectful, and efficient service. Trustworthy interaction is therefore the most valuable element.
Question 4. Identify any two safety or hygiene measures you would ensure during a service provided in the school. Explain their importance. Answer. 1. Cleanliness and personal hygiene. I would ensure that everyone washes or sanitizes their hands, uses clean tools, and wears gloves or masks wherever required. Waste would be placed in labeled bins. These measures prevent infection and keep the service environment hygienic. 2. Safe movement and emergency arrangements. Pathways and exits would be kept clear. Furniture would be placed securely and a first aid kit would remain available under adult supervision. These measures reduce the risk of falls, crowding, and injuries and ensure immediate assistance during an emergency.
Question 5. During a crowded event, some guests demand to be served first. How will you respond? Are there any actions you could have taken during the preparation stage to prevent this? Answer. I would remain calm and respectfully explain that guests are being served according to the queue or token number. I would not allow someone to move ahead merely because they are demanding it. However, priority assistance could be provided according to pre decided rules for medical emergencies, elderly persons, pregnant women, and Divyang guests. During preparation, I could introduce numbered tokens or time slots, display clear instructions, create queue barriers, and establish a separate priority counter. Volunteers could be assigned to guide guests and manage disputes. These arrangements would make the service fast, fair, and organized while preventing confusion and favoritism. Question 6. Imagine you are organizing a cloth donation drive in your locality. A big hall is available for collection. 4 volunteers are managing the drive, and 60 donors are expected in a period of 2 hours. Plan the event. Some guiding questions for the group to think about are given below. First, how will you arrange the space for collection, sorting, and packaging? Second, how will you assign roles? Third, what steps will ensure that the process is fast, fair, and safe? Answer: the hall would be arranged as a one way service route, one entrance and waiting area. Queue markings and donation guidelines would be displayed. 2. Registration counter, donor names, and the number of clothing items would be recorded. 3. Collection and inspection table, clothes would be checked to ensure that they were clean, dry, and usable. 4. Sorting area, separate labeled tables would be provided for men's, women's, and children's clothes. 5. Packaging and storage area. Clothes would be folded, packed, labeled, and stored near the exit. Roles of volunteers, volunteer registration and queue management. Volunteer 2, receiving and inspecting clothes. Volunteer 3, sorting and folding. Volunteer 4, packing, labeling, and maintaining the final count. Donors would be informed beforehand to bring washed and usable clothes. Tokens, clear signs, and a single queue would ensure fairness. Gloves, masks, clean tables, ventilation, drinking water, a first aid kit, and unobstructed emergency exits would ensure safety. Damaged or dirty clothes would be kept separately for recycling or safe disposal. Question 7. Every service ends with review and improvement. Imagine you have managed a cultural event in the community during Diwali. What feedback would you collect after the event? How would you collect it, and what would you do with the feedback? Answer: I would collect feedback about the program, schedule, seating, sign, sound system, lighting, refreshments, cleanliness, accessibility, safety arrangements, and volunteers' behavior. I would also ask whether visitors felt comfortable and what should be improved. Feedback could be collected through short paper or QR code forms, a suggestion box, brief conversations with visitors, and a meeting with volunteers. Any accident, delay, or complaint would also be recorded. The responses would be grouped into common strengths and problems. The organizing team would then prepare an improvement plan, such as adding signs, testing equipment earlier, providing more seating and water, or arranging additional volunteers. Responsibilities would be assigned before the next event. Question 8. Of the tasks that you did, which did you enjoy the most? Which did you enjoy the least? Give examples of what went well and what did not go well. What would you do differently next time? Answer: I enjoyed managing registration and guiding participants at a school event the most because I could interact with people and help them reach the correct areas. The token system, signs, and clear division of responsibilities worked well and prevented crowding. I enjoyed removing old posters during the cleanliness activity, the least because the available adhesive remover was ineffective, making the work slow and tiring. There was also insufficient shade near the working area. Next time, I would test all materials beforehand, arrange better equipment, provide a shaded rest area, and keep extra supplies ready. I would also prepare a checklist and assign specific duties before beginning the activity. Question 9. Identify a voluntary service activity in your surroundings. For example, pulse polio vaccination, village fair, community event, Gram Sabha, Swachhta Abhiyan, animal vaccination drive, etc. Participate in the service and prepare a report of the event. Answer report on a neighborhood Swachhta Abhiyan. Date. Friends write current date here. Place. Write the location organized by. Write the organizer's name. A Swachhta Abhiyan was organized to clean the neighborhood park and nearby road. Residents, students, teachers, and sanitation workers participated in it. Before beginning, the organizers divided participants into teams and arranged gloves, masks, brooms, waste collecting tools, labeled bins, drinking water, and a first aid kit. One team collected litter, another separated wet and dry waste, while other volunteers placed bins and guided pedestrians. Sharp or harmful objects were handled only by adults using appropriate tools. The collected waste was handed over to sanitation workers. The activity made the area cleaner, safer, and more pleasant. Participants suggested arranging more tools and shade during future drives. I learned that planning, teamwork, polite communication, safety precautions, and proper waste disposal are essential for successful voluntary service. Question 10. Give examples of how you can apply your learnings in a real life situation. Answer. I can apply my learning while organizing a school event by preparing a checklist, dividing responsibilities, displaying instructions, and arranging water, first aid, and safe pathways. During book or meal distribution, I can use tokens to ensure fairness and provide priority assistance according to established rules. While helping at a health camp, I would obtain consent, protect personal information, and communicate respectfully. In a donation drive, I would inspect, sort, label, and package materials systematically. After every service, I would clean the workplace, dispose of waste safely, and collect feedback. These practices would make the service user centered, ethical, safe, and efficient. If you found this video helpful, please like and hype this video and share it with your friends and classmates so they can benefit too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with all our latest NCRT videos, question answers, notes, and exam preparation content. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Happy learning!